It is midnight GMT, which means 2011 has arrived in London. Crowds along the River Thames cheer in the new year. In other news, there's been an explosion at an army barracks in the Nigerian capital of Europe and Africa, and it's just begun here in London. Behind me, that little line shows just where in the world the new year has begun and where it has yet to come. Of course, it has to be said, in many parts of the world, they don't in fact hold their big New Year celebrations till February or March. But this is the scene we're seeing right now in central London. And the BBC's Daniel Bircher is there. Daniel, it is obviously going to be loud, but just tell us how it feels to be there in the centre of all that.
Well, it is quite extraordinary. Months of planning have gone into this. There are 250,000 people here who have been waiting for hours and hours for this display. 5,000 fireworks are going to go into the sky up behind me here from 3 barges and more attached to this wheel to the London Eye. This display has attracted people not just from London, from across Britain, but from around the world. And the organisers and people who have designed this say they are confident that what will be seen here in the next few minutes will be everything as good as displays we've already seen in Auckland, in Sydney, in many cities around the world. London now feeling it's very much up there with the best of them when it comes to New Year's Eve celebrations.
Daniel, I don't know how much of me you're going to be able to hear, but looking at the scale of all that behind you and the technical competence of it all, it's kind of hard to appreciate or to remember perhaps that the UK, of course, is heading into a period of fierce and very controversial austerity.
Well, again, the organisers have said, yes, there's a lot of people who perhaps would want to put 2010 behind them, not the best year for them, but they want this really to kick off the year 2011 on a positive note, an optimistic note, perhaps a year when more people will have things to look forward to, and certainly that is the mood that the crowd here have been picking up. They've been dancing here for hours, partly in anticipation, partly to keep warm, and they are enjoying every moment of this spectacle.
Daniel, of course, the weather has been ferociously, unusually cold recently, but it's done people a bit of a favour tonight. It's much milder down there.
It is much milder, certainly not as cold as it has been in previous years, and also the skies much clearer than they had expected.
Daniel, many thanks indeed, and a Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you.
Quite a scene there. Now, earlier, as that line kept going westwards, there were fireworks displayed, of course, across the Far East and South Asia. This report from Jane Francis Kelly.